Hey, everybody. Guess what? It's that time again. It's time for whining it's drinks with Dee Dee.
And John,
That's me. Love you.
love you.
We are coming to you from, mhm.
It's good.
Ooh, I like that. See, I like,
John likes white wine.
I like
really
white wine.
don't usually, but this is good.
Dee Dee's I would say a grape purist. Not that white wine is not from pure grapes, but she's a red wine. Kind of like, when I used to drink beer. I drink beer occasionally now, but I like dark beer. Anyway, we are here at Harris Ranch, which is it's a little north of Bakersfield.
Coalinga or something.
Coalinga?
I think it's Coalinga. I think it's
Coalinga, California.
It's like Coaglina.
It looks like coagulate. Yeah.
Caligula.
No.
For those of you who study history, but no, this is not the world Caligula. It is a beautiful place.
Well, that's right. It's historic. I only saw the movie.
No, Caligula really was a terrible Roman.
I know. Well, he had
horrible.
He had a terrible childhood.
Well, you could tell, as he was not a good ruler for many, many reasons.
Well, he became the ruler when I know a little bit about history. Caligula became the emperor when he was 9 years old. 9 years old.
You know, because Rome
wasn't built in a day. That's the only history I know about Rome.
But Italy was a republic at one time, and then it went to the empire. And that happens often in history.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do, not as Caligula does.
No.
But that's been a saying my whole life.
When in Rome?
When in Rome, and probably everyone's whole life who is alive. Even if you're 104 right now, you've heard that saying, when in Rome.
And I say it all the time because I'm like, if I'm in an Italian restaurant, I want to eat Italian food. I don't want to get a hot dog. If it's a Pink's hot dog stand, you want to get a hot dog, not a hamburger. But I just feel that way. I just think that, you should be the restaurant of, like last night, we were at Harris Farm, and it's the Horseshoe Bar.
So we ate a horseshoe.
No, but we had like a beef soup, and they had like steak,
chuck wagon
sort of thing. It was good.
They call it chuck wagon. Chuck wagon soup or stew, I would call it.
Mm-hmm.
And we had clam chowder.
But that was John, not Win and Rum guy. I'm Win and Rum girl.
Well, but we split it. What do we have there? Let's see. Okay. I'm just treating this like this was live. So I thought somebody had a question. Ooh, I wonder if we could figure that out. Because then people could ask questions. Nah.
I think we're good the way we are.
I think we are.
Because it's live to tape, and so it really doesn't change unless something really crazy happens, like an earthquake. Don't say it out loud. We're in California. So.
On the fault line, by the way, that's down there toward Bakersfield.
Yeah,
you know what? We are live to tape.
Which is live, unless something really crazy happens.
So what that means is we are doing this live, and you are seeing it later. Actually, in radio, they call that transcribed. Why am I saying this? I don't know for a fact, but Kid Rock is a friend. Bobby has been a friend for a long time. And I think what he's trying to explain, although he's not into explaining himself. Because they said that he lip synced on the Turning Point halftime show, and I don't know. I didn't see it because we did our own live feed. We did like 4 live feeds from the Super Bowl and had like over 1 million views. So hey, we did pretty good too, and we were just talking about what was going on. Oh,
Seahawks won.
That's upside down.
Oh, Seahawks won.
Here, wait, you hold that side up. I'll hold
and
this
you know what I'm so bummed about? John will tell you. They took my pom-poms. I had pom-poms.
There we go. There we go.
And everybody would swarm around, And it was fun. It was so much fun.
Well, maybe they're worried people get poked with the pom-pom. But
other people got them in. That's what I'm not happy about. I get them. Here's a clear bag. You had to take in a clear bag to the Super Bowl. So I had all kinds of things in it because we had to be there all day. But I had these really cute pom-poms. They were so cute. They're like about that big. They took it. I'm like, oh, that's okay. I've got another one. He said, yeah, it's in the bag. You got to give that up too.
Why would you think they would only take one pom?
I didn't know.
You can only have a pom. You can't have a pom-pom.
Right.
Why is one pom-pom a pom-pom? Why Why don't you need two? Pom pom.
I don't know.
But you're a history major.
They're called pom poms. They're called pom poms. It's like you asking me who Hoosiers.
Yeah. I think it's Hoosiers. Hoosiers.
No, it's who Hoosiers.
There's three?
Who Hoosiers.
Well, when you say it that way, yeah. But when you got something you cut fabric or paper with, like this, and if you take that little bolt out of the middle, is this a scissor? Are these scissors?
They're called scissors. So they're scissors.
So, but one of them is a scissor?
No. Now, if you have one pom pom, it is a pom pom. If you have two pom poms, it's two pom poms. I was a cheerleader. I know. All I know is they took away my pom poms at the Super Bowl. I had a ball, except for that part.
If you
way too much information, but I was disappointed when I saw all these pom poms in front of me, and I'm like, well, they got theirs through, didn't they? I guess.
Why is a single item of clothing that you wear that has two legs in it called a pair of pants?
And because you
is one a pant? I think it is actually. It's not called a pants leg. It's called a pant leg. This is so confusing. I just saw a YouTube video.
Trousers
or dungarees
or slacks.
Slacks.
Sean and I do this all the time. It'll be something like that.
Well, these are things that make us wonder. This is what keeps us up at night. Not politics and not all this stuff. It's like, why is this work? I just saw this. I'm going to find it. I'm going to show it to you. I think you'll love it. Gallagher did this amazing. It was a long time ago, but this thing when he was talking about the English language and about how difficult it is, and he had this little like a little flip chart. It's great. Gallagher was funny. He was a neighbor who lived right up the street in Agora. But anyway,
I had the watermelons.
He like would break the watermelons,
and everybody got all
crazy. Gallagher and yeah.
Speaking of,
but the reason I brought that all up is because let me go back just to Kid Rock for a second.
I'm going to begin to wipe.
Here's what and I did not see it, so I do not know. I'm kind of talking out of school, but I hear that what Bobby has said is, and it's great that he went on. He was announced as Bobby Ritchie. That's Kid Rock's name, and he said, no, I did not lip sync. It was pre-recorded. So people are saying, what's the difference? Here's the difference. We are pre-recording this podcast, and then you see it tomorrow.
As we did it.
I am not moving my mouth to pre-recorded lyrics or to pre-recorded speaking. So sometimes when you do, we used to call it live to tape. So we do a live television show. When you do Huckabee, I did Governor Huckabee's show a bunch of times, and you record that earlier and then they show it. But there's no, unless, lights go off or something falls down, or there is no stopping that machine once it goes.
Yeah.
When you did the Johnny Carson show, I did that one time, but Johnny was not the host that night, or Merv Griffin or any of these sorts of talk shows.
Earlier in the day, right?
Yeah. Newsmax that I just did is live.
It's live. There's probably a delay in case you drop a bomb, a kind.
Yeah, there's like a 4-second delay so they can bleep you out.
But it is live.
Yeah. So I think that's what Kid Rock is saying. He's saying, look, I recorded my part earlier. I think. I don't know for sure, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a really, he's a very smart guy. He thinks about things, doesn't seem like it, but he thinks about things before he does them. So anyway.
But if he just performed it, he wasn't lip syncing, he performed it. So it was the audio visual stuff.
It's not Milli Vanilli.
No.
And it's not, there's a lot of pop artists, a lot of people. We did not see the halftime show. We were there. We did not see the halftime show.
Really, John? I helped a little.
But you were great. I have no idea. I'm 99% sure that was not lip synced.
I don't think so.
But a lot of people are so good at it. You have no idea. But there's no shame in that either. There's a whole lot of production and a whole lot of things that can go wrong between a microphone and a television set, especially in a huge setting like the Super Bowl.
Well, another one is, honey, that you were in. You were in the Macy's Day Parade. And for the parade, for sure, they lip sync.
Yes.
Because it's a parade and it's all this noise or whatever. So.
Well, there's proximity issues between the transmitters and the. I mean, there's a lot.
They have to do it.
There's a lot going on. So whenever you hear about some artists who lip sync, I think Taylor Swift. I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I think Taylor Swift lip syncs to some of her live performance because she runs from one place to another, and that can be problematic. When you're doing a live performance, the most important thing is what experience the audience has. Okay, not a Taylor Swift fan either, but when you see somebody who you kind of catch somebody lip syncing, it's not because they can't sing. It's not because they are not a great entertainer. It's because there are issues. For example, some people will have a part of a song. I do my live show. And I narrate it and I sing and I play the guitar and I play along with videos and stuff. But some of the narration is on the movie you're seeing behind me because I'm doing something else. I'm getting ready to do something else. Anyway, I take issue with folks who and none of you, of course, absolutely not, but folks who I see in the media who are kind of talking outside of school. They've never they've never done a live performance. So they don't understand the intricacies. Ooh, there's a good word.
It is a good word.
Excuse me, intricacies of that. You know, I don't do this. Maybe I'm nervous because of all y'all.
No, I think.
But I don't.
No, John.
I'm sucking air, I guess.
No, this is what it is. We had to get up really early to do John's hit for Newsmax. It was 9:35 Eastern Standard Time. We're in California, so guess what? Mr.
We were got up
way earlier than he usually does. So yeah, I'm always up early, so no big deal for me. But John had to go on and be ready. And
I was sitting in front of this camera at 6:25 a.m. this morning,
and they were a little late because some people said, "Well, you're not on yet." Well, that's TV, because Newsmax is live.
That's live TV.
That's live TV. That happens,
right?
Right, and that's why I like at the Academy Awards, which I always think is kind of funny when they cut people off and they go, "Wait a minute, don't cut me off," and they do it anyway. It's hilarious. So yeah, you got to be, whenever they tell you to go and they give you the hook, they're giving you the hook.
I sang on the Academy Awards. I was there. I know what.
You've done everything. You're
I know what that. That was a long time ago, but I know what they did.
Newsmax was great today. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Sean, I love Sean. I think Sean is great. Sean has. I told first time I met Sean on my phone or on Newsmax was I said, "My gosh, you look like Clark Kent's brother." And he does. He looks to me like
it's a blonde.
Yeah, but he looks like a Dean Cain Superman when he did Lois and Clark. Anyhow, so we went to the Super Bowl, and there's a whole lot of stink about about what happened there, and I'm part of the stink because it's where I was going with when in Rome. When in Rome, there is nothing racist. I don't think there is anything racist about wanting to have someone who's doing a halftime show at the Super Bowl singing in front of millions of people in the United States of America to be singing in English. Now, a lot of people disagree with me on this. I think that a couple of things should have happened. If I can't remember his real name, but if
Benito something.
Benito, yeah.
Some people call it the Benito Bowl. You're talking about the Bad Bunny, right?
Yeah,
His name's Benito.
Benito Bowl sounds like item number 6 at a really good restaurant. But what I think, because we were just in Hawaii, what I think would have been incredibly appropriate would have been for one song to be paying tribute to Puerto Rico.
I think that's nice.
Puerto Rico is beautiful place. It's a beautiful country. And I haven't been there a long, long time, but they would advertise, "Come on and go to Puerto Rico" on commercials when I was a kid in New York. So I think paying tribute to your country uh,
No,
which
an
is, you know
American
what?
territory, baby.
It's a territory,
It's an
but
American
yes.
territory. And
So
he's from there.
paying tribute to your culture, absolutely. Like I said, we were just in Hawaii, and Hawaii.
And they have their own language.
Yes. So if
Not many people speak it, but it is a native language.
right, but if 10 people speak of course, many more, but if 10 people speak your native language, and you have the honor of performing on a huge global stage, then what by all means, what you should be required to do is do at least one song that pays tribute to your culture. Absolutely. But all of them, I don't think so. Also, when you go in, which I have done, people have sent me, and this is the big buzz right now. When you look at the lyrics of the songs, you have to wonder, was this done in Spanish so people would not know what the lyrics really were?
He wanted to do Spanish. He made that clear, like a protest. Remember we talked?
Oh yeah, he said you got 4 months to learn Spanish.
It's like, really?
I've tried to learn Spanish so many times. I don't understand why, and I'm going to get this wrong. I don't understand why a fork would be masculine and a grasshopper would be feminine. I don't understand that.
That's languages.
I know, and I stumbled over French. I stumbled over everything because of that
Spanish,
one thing.
Both have that.
And yeah. Well, I think we have it too. I'm just unaware of it.
Well, but here's the thing, and I had shared this with John. When I was married to Paul Servino, my late husband, God rest his soul, and nobody would have to say anything about his soul. He was such a sweet, sweet man. But I went to Italy with him. We went to Italy on a trip about food and culture and that sort of thing for maybe 3 weeks to a month. I had to sit there almost the entire time listening to Italian. I love Italian.
When in Rome.
But I did not know the language, and I'm not going to complain because you know what? I was in their country. It is not my place to say, hey, you have to speak English. No, I sat there listening because Paul spoke fluent Italian, and I loved hearing it. It's a lovely language, but guess what? It's their language. It's not for me to tell them what to do or say, hey, say that in English. Not one time would I say that out of respect because I was in Italy. I was on their turf.
Right.
And I get what he was trying to do, but I just disagree with it. I mean, I just think that whenever you say, hey, you've got to learn Spanish and
but then when you've got profanity and vulgarity laced into the lyrics,
well, not laced,
just and you're
that was not cool, folks.
No, it really isn't.
There. No, we saw a lot of little kids there, and they're and then you're grinding and pumping. Hey, I have no problem with that if that's what you're going to. But for the Super Bowl, it need to be a little bit more family friendly, not like that Janet Jackson thing. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, we still don't know if that was a mistake or not, right? But
this is Super Bowl. You've got so many eyes on it. You've got a lot of kids' eyes on it. So, it's important to get it right.
Well, and then once it's over and once people have bothered to look up translations, or forget that. Let's go. Once the performance is over, and then your team touts it as the most welcoming and family friendly and unifying. Unifying.
Not family friendly.
Well, but you don't know that yet. I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. So the performance is over, and the music, apparently, the dancing was great and all that. But I mean, when you look in there's stuff that I don't think everybody wants their kids to see. Now, of course, you can't please everybody. But once you then call it the most unifying, family-friendly performance ever, and then you read, because there's no way the people that called that have not now been made aware of the lyrics. Then you read the lyrics. Now you're at a crossroads. You have a choice. You have to either continue to say that crotch grabbing and
pumping and blah, blah, blah. And simulation of
female and
I'm not a prude, but
female dominance and granny all the stuff. If you haven't looked at the lyrics yet, please do.
It's not good.
So at that point, you've got a choice. Okay, do I retract? What's that's not a new word, but what do you do when do you redact?
The redaction.
Do you redact your statements? Or do you double down on, here's one of the issues. I think, and if I'm wrong, then please tell me. But I think if I say something, I take a stance, or I say something that then I find out, ooh, that wasn't right. I do believe I have a history of saying, you know what, I said this and I was wrong. I was misinformed. I didn't do enough research before I opened my big yap, and I said something, and I apologize. I think that's what adults do. Okay, we don't double down on stupid. And what a lot of the left has done, and some of my best friends, I mean, this is not.
No, John's like, you're a racist because
Oh
you don't
my
want
God.
to hear Spanish. I love the Spanish language, but this is a Super Bowl, and you're talking about being disrespectful to women. I read everything. It was bad. That's crap. Now, if you go to a Bad Bunny concert and that's what you're getting to, or a strip club or something racy, great. I'm not judging that because you know what you're getting into, but you got little kids there, and it's like the Super Bowl, and it is America, so maybe speak English. And like John said, maybe give a hat tip to Puerto Rico, and I just adore.
I think
Puerto
absolutely.
Rico.
I think that should be
I
required.
adore Puerto Rico. I think that'd be great. But come on, I mean, we didn't know a single word, and then we read it, and then the word sucked. So that was a double trouble thing.
And then they still said it was this great family thing.
No, definitely not.
So I think that the folks that did that are. I know he didn't get paid. I know that. So I don't know what to replace laughing all the way to the bank with.
Are you kidding me? I mean, anyone who does the Super Bowl, I mean, it's such a huge venue, such a huge event. Heck, if they said, "Hey, would John do this for nothing?" I'm like, "I'll pay you."
That ain't gonna happen.
To do it.
That ain't gonna happen.
But point being is, of course, it's not about the money with that because you're going to make more money after the fact.
No, but I think that true. But I think, or maybe not in this case, he deleted all the Instagram stuff. Who knows? Who knows?
People who love him should go to his concert, support him, and God bless him.
Each machine is equally good at spreading bullshit, because I don't know what the real ratings were. I don't know how well Turning Point did. We have no idea because everybody is touting their show as the best. Well, I can tell you the little show we did from my cell phone was not the most viewed show during.
It was the best one.
But we got almost.
In our opinion.
We got actually collectively with the we got over 1 million views, and I think that's pretty good.
On a cell phone, like whenever you've got all this.
Standing by the men's room. And by the way,
right.
we did
taco stand.
We did that during the halftime show. And that area, you can't leave the stadium because then you can't come back. You got to go through. I don't think it's not allowed. If you're gone, you're gone. Kind of like, a T-shirt at johnschneider.shop. I know that was frivolous, but it was the line to the men's room. I've never seen such a thing.
A lot of people did leave this.
A lot of people took the halftime show as an opportunity.
We saw it.
To get a hot dog, to get a hamburger, to go to the bathroom. But a lot of people also took that time because we were out on the rail. We had good seats, but that area was jam packed. Okay, and then since then I've seen the only time I heard the crowd scream was because I said, "My God, who is that?"
Topless guy.
No, that was. I'll show you in the video. We only got the end of that because we're like.
Speaker, but unfortunately, he wasn't. Like I said, I'm not a prude. I would be all for that.
Did you say unfortunately?
Yes, I think I've been funny. Hey, Ethel, don't.
It was pretty funny, and we got this little video of it. But where was I? So the only time I heard people scream were the surprise guests. Okay, so
and that was smart.
That was very smart, and they were a surprise. So when Lady Gaga showed up, that's what we heard.
John likes her. I don't
like that. Well, let me
Ricky Martin.
I would have loved to have seen Ricky Martin, but let me go back to this. I'm not a fan of Lady Gaga's politics. I'm sure she's not a fan of mine.
I don't like her music.
But I tell you what, I would put because I was like Lady Gaga. Rah, 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 rah. So here's one of those times where I said, you know what, I'm wrong. Because I was like, what's the big deal about Lady Gaga? And then I saw her performance at the Super Bowl, And it was, I had never seen anything so energetic.
Oh, well,
yes, I
Jane
love
was
Prince.
better. He knows.
Prince.
I love Prince. I'm so
Absolutely.
sad he's gone.
I'm not
That
doing a
performance
comparative study.
was the best.
He did not make it rain. You know that, right? It just happened to rain.
Purple rain, purple rain. And it started raining. Oh, it was amazing.
Yes. But when I saw Lady Gaga's performance at the Super Bowl, I was like, oh my God, this woman is an incredible performer. Forget the politics. You know, I realize I mix what I do with politics all the time, so I'm not going So I became a fan of her ability to hold an audience in the palm of her hand. Conversely, I had the opportunity a couple of years ago to go see in Nashville. We hadn't met yet. I went and saw Taylor Swift. And because I thought, okay, well, you know, this
she is pretty.
This woman gets.
I'm going to leave it at that.
She ain't no Jessica Simpson.
So yes, she is.
She is, and she sure is. She sure is.
But I'll leave it at that.
She's no Kathy Bach either.
Well, agreed. So, you always criticize Jessica Simpson because she's.
I know, but she's. That was my point. Hello.
No, but I think. Look, I'll give her credit. She is gorgeous. She's lovely.
Let me finish my story. Okay. Drink your wine. It's really good.
Okay. Oh, and by the way,
no.
Here's some great Harris Ranch wine.
We already said that. Put that down. Get a straw. Get a silly straw.
It is good.
So I went to a Taylor Swift concert. Had great seats. I was there with the music industry. Because, you know, all the haters out there, which is not that many, but all you haters out there obviously have no idea.
So you're a Swiftie.
My musical background. I am not. Here's my point. Swiftie? Here is my point. My point is there was this amazing show and there was this incredible production, and I think she got lost in it. I don't think she has at least not that night, and she had sold out four nights at the Nissan Theater, I think. But she ran up and down, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but Lady Gaga had the Super Bowl in the palm of her hands, and Taylor Swift was enjoyable, but all the song, it just didn't pull you into it. For me, you know. Now, there are other people that can do that, and some can't. Years and years ago, I took my son to a Metallica concert, and then a week later, actually the other way around, to a AC/DC concert, and then a week later to a Metallica concert. Listening to the radio, I was a bigger fan of Metallica. But when I saw those two shows, AC/DC had every person in that crowd in the palm of their hands. It was an amazing performance. Metallica was boring. The music sounded great, but it looked to me like a bunch of guys that didn't get along, that, you know, they were standing in their circle. Don't you come into my circle. Didn't work. Did not work. And it's kind of like when you go back to the older, much older, you go back to the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones still hold the audience in the palm of their hand.
Oh, yeah, don't go back. They're present.
But I know, but
they've been to a Rolling Stones concert, honey? Because I've not. I'd love to.
I've seen them.
I admire them because they're
seen them live this way.
They're 120 years old and they're rocking it.
And that's not even collectively.
I love it.
That's just Keith Richards. Was my favorite one. There was something came when social media first started. I guess they were right. I saw this post and it was so serious. It said, you know, we're all getting to the age where someday we're going to have to really give serious consideration to what kind of a world we are going to leave for Keith Richards.
Totally. And Mick Jagger. Hey, don't take away from Mick Jagger. Because
no, I know, but everybody's every time Keith Richards takes another breath, everyone is shocked.
I know.
Mick Jagger is like a.
Keith Richards is like just sitting there doing his thing in a great way, but Mick Jagger is on it. He's dancing around, doing his thing. Amazing. I mean, you know, they are amazing. That's
Aerosmith is amazing. We better hurry.
I don't think he.
No, I don't think Steven is singing anymore. I hope that's not true, but I think he's not singing anymore. But Aerosmith was amazing. Gosh, I think when I met Kid Rock, Aerosmith was on the bill.
Well, the other Super Bowl.
But there's a magic. There's a special gift to people who can hold you in the palms of their hands.
Michael Jackson too. He had a wonderful Super Bowl appearance. He was great. I'm sorry, but a lot of people are difficult with him and they think he was a bad guy. I think he looks like the angel in these days, if you get my drift. In the news these days, don't worry about Michael Jackson. I mean, but he was.
I don't know. It's talk about a rough.
We don't know.
Talk about a rough childhood.
Right. Oh yeah, you like his father. He's from Indiana. Weirdly, I'm from Indiana, born in Kentucky, but he was Gary, Indiana, which is really, really rough.
Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome. But Gary, Indiana, Indiana.
I love Michael Jackson and Prince, and they're my favorite Super Bowl appearances. I put Prince just above because of the rain or whatever.
47 people out there are saying that the first person to grab his crotch in front of a Super Bowl crowd was Michael Jackson.
Who cares?
I don't know that he did. You think
he did it in American?
Yeah, but
I'm joking.
In English. But I don't know whether he...
An American, that's a language I know.
Whether he did that or not. I did not see Michael Jackson's performance on the Super Bowl. I think I'll go back and watch that. And I'll go back and watch Prince. But here's another issue I take, especially now with the NFL, because this clown, what is his name? Goodall.
Bad all.
He's one of the people who are touting this. Anybody who had a problem with that is racist and they're against America and they're, and we're trying to build our brand globally with,
well, then just say it.
Just stop.
No, but be honest, like you're saying, baby. Be honest about it, what you're trying to do.
Here's what you do, what you used to do as recently as a year ago. Well, maybe it's a little longer than that. But I'm not comparing the Huckabee show to the Super Bowl. So you who about to yell at me, stop it. When you do a live television show, and I have sung on the Academy Awards, thank you very much, like I said.
When was your song?
When you do One More Hour from Ragtime, and I met Jimmy Cagney when I did it. And I danced. I did the waltz poorly. But stop.
Hey, I'm allowed to say this about my husband. You don't do anything poorly. You're a 10.
Scratch my back.
Do you know how many results that we got and how many responses? When I just in the background, because you all know I prefer the background. And I said, oh, honey, you're in perfect 10. You're like, we're live. What are you saying? Stop it. And I said, no, I was saying you're in perfect 10 when he was bagging on Gavin Newsom. But you can do everything.
God, I can't believe we're breathing the same air.
Everything well. You're
Bless
so
your
good
heart.
at everything.
Thank you. I can only juggle 3 oranges, not 4. I'm a failure, and I suck at golf no matter how hard I try.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, I do. I occasionally have a good shot.
Golf
but like golf. I was saying, anytime I've ever done an award show, I've hosted the People's Show. I've done a lot of stuff. I've been around a long time. And you have to stick on script. And if you are singing songs on a show, they go through the lyrics. Example, I'm going back to Huckabee again, is I've got, that's why we won't give up. Hell no. In this lost, it's a song called She's Worth It. And the Huckabee crowd, it's a Christian show. They didn't ask me, they required me to take the word hell out of that and sing, oh no.
I think that's crap though, because it's in the Bible. Hell is
but it's an expression of anger. No, stop that. It's their show.
I agree.
Here's my point. It's their show.
I agree.
It's their show, and I wanted to be on it. So at the very least, what the NFL should have done is they should have said to who's the guy that books the talent there? Is it Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Okay, Jay-Z. They should have said, we need to see the lyrics. Well, they're in Spanish. We don't care. We don't care if they're in
bad
Latin. We don't
lyrics.
care
The
if they're in
lyrics are
Swahili. We
gross.
don't care what they're in.
The,
We need to see the
the
lyrics.
lyrics are they're very what I take offense to. Very disrespectful to women. And look, I don't care if you want to go to his concert and listen to that, whatever. But at the
Super Bowl was not Bad Bunny's concert. Bad Bunny was a performer.
not
He
respectful.
was the wedding singer at the Super Bowl. Okay, let's face it. That's what it is. Is it the most prestigious stage? Yes, only because the Indy 500 doesn't have. Do they have a performance? They must have some
Not the
music,
day of,
but not like half. Not like
it's
there's no
more
halftime.
that, but yeah,
There are more
not the
people
day
there.
of.
But my point is that in every other world, they require you to tell them what the lyrics to the songs are, so that if you deviate from them and someone has a problem with the NFL, they can be protected by their agreement with you. So you get in trouble, performer.
Yeah, but
There
I
was
think they're
nothing.
going
There
to
was
get in
nothing
trouble.
like that. Well, but there's no. They're not going to get in legal trouble. And this is a big.
Maybe you don't know that. No, they were vile. The
They
lyrics
were.
are
They
vile.
were. They were vile. I
It's
think. That,
almost like let's rape a woman.
I think the
It's horrible.
NFL is going to get in trouble because of it. Bad
It should.
Bunny is not going to get in
No,
trouble
NFL.
because nobody asked him. At least I don't think so. Because then, if we find out they asked him for the lyrics and they didn't bother to translate them, that's a problem. What's a bigger problem is if they asked him for the lyrics and they did translate them and they knew what he was saying and they didn't say, no, 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 no. You can't do that on our show. Then they're in bigger trouble.
Because
I think Goodall's going to get fired.
I agree,
And I hope he does.
should.
It's an
Look,
atrocity.
it's not Bad Bunny's fault. I
No,
mean,
God, he's a
to say
performer.
that is insane. I mean,
I
but
didn't like him saying, and it might have been a joke. I think it was on Saturday Night Live. You know, you got 4 months. You got 4 months to learn Spanish. It seems very arrogant, but it might have been. It might have been meant in
I
the.
don't blame him. Here's why. I blame Goodall, what you just said.
Mhm.
So here's Bad Bunny. His thing is he wants to promote his heritage. He's from Puerto Rico, which is
Yeah, but do those lyrics really represent your
that's
heritage?
not his fault, though. I'm going to go over to the side for a moment and say, look,
The lyrics are his fault.
No, really.
Oh, maybe did he write the songs? I don't know.
No, but my point is,
No.
you don't blame the guy that gets invited to the Super Bowl. He's going to go, yeah, I'm in. And this is what he does at all his concerts. He sings in Spanish and he is racy, and that's what he does. Okay, fine. I don't care what you do, Bad Bunny. I'm an American. So are you. Meaning that I support you doing whatever you want to do at your concerts. But at the Super Bowl, whenever you've got all these people that are from all walks of life, starting at 5 years old, all the way to 75 years old, it's an American event. And yeah, a lot of people do speak Spanish, but let's have a little American and say, hey, forget you. You need to learn Spanish in the next 4 months. I have a problem with that. But my point is, it's not Bad Bunny's fault. It's the NFL. It's the NFL and Jay-Z and the NFL hiring Jay-Z to try to do this globalist crap.
If you've got to point the finger at one person or one establishment, it's the NFL.
I mean, if you're
But
Bad
we
Bunny,
got
are
to
you
go
going to
back.
say no? Of course
Well,
you're
now
going to do it.
here's.
So
I'm glad you said that.
on that.
I'm glad you said that. But my understanding. Now, forgive me, I've not seen the footage, but I was told. I was told by friends of mine. Oh my God, did you hear? Did you hear what? So I think if there's one finger or establishment or machine that you need to point the finger to, it's Goodall.
I agree. It's not
Goodall.
Bad Bunny. He's doing his thing.
Well, but there's an issue there now.
I'm not going to go to his concert, but you see what I mean?
Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know this, and this is something that allegedly I take this as fact because I heard it from some people that I believe do their research. But I'm just going to say this since we're here. He had gone on record as saying he will not perform in the United States because he is afraid that him showing up will bring a tremendous ICE presence to the concert and get his fans in trouble. So basically, he's saying that he's not going to perform allegedly, he said he's not going to perform in the United States because his audience is largely, I'm going to say it, undocumented illegal aliens currently living as outlaws in the United States. He didn't put it quite that way. I put it that way.
But when the Super Bowl came out,
When somebody said, hey, we'll do, he said, okay. Same thing with Green Day. I saw a video of Green Day denouncing their citizenship because they were embarrassed of the United States.
Bye. See ya.
And where were they? That's Super Bowl. Where's Green Day even from?
I don't know.
Am I making a mistake here? I might be making. I might be making. I might be making.
Get rid of that. I don't want the F-bomb. All right.
Yeah, bleep it out. I might be making a mistake here. I don't know where Green Day is from. Maybe I should have. Shame on me. I should have done the research. But they said they weren't going to perform in the United States because the United States was an embarrassment.
But when they get asked by the Super Bowl, they show up.
Yeah. So maybe they didn't have United States citizenship. I don't know. But they said they were not going to perform here. And it's okay. This is how we started this podcast. It's okay to change your mind. But what you do when you change your mind is you go on somewhere, because you obviously, if you're Green Day or Bad Bunny, you can reconnecting. Oh, I think we have a we should have done live to tape. Oh, we are doing live to tape. Oh,
yeah, we are.
I'm gonna keep talking. What you should do, I think, out of respect for your audience and respect for your fan base, is say, hey, guys and girls, look, this is what I said, and I have reconsidered, or I have new information, and this is how I feel now, and I'm backing off of that stance. Are you looking for Tony? What are you doing?
No.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
I'm done.
I'm listening to you.
I'm done.
So here's the thing. We're at Harris Ranch. It's very exciting. And here's the question for the hat. So, hat giveaway. Today's question.
It's like a Frisbee.
Well, I bought this in Hawaii. And we had such a fun time there. And I love this hat. And, I always hate giving away the hats. But in a way, I love giving away the hats because I like to share the love. So
let me tell you all a story about a man named Jed.
I bought it in Hawaii. So it's exotic in a weird way.
It is. I love it. I think it's great.
Not only that, folks, I took 2 hats to the Super Bowl. This was for the pre-party when the sun was out. And I wore that. So I'm giving that away.
Oh, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. Look at that.
Yeah.
There.
That's lovely. Okay, so the question is, I'm going to get this exactly right because it's a little tricky. What product is consistently California's highest value agricultural commodity? And the reason I say it that way is because there's a commodity that is like takes in the whole deal. But then there's one other one. When they're individually, there's that too. But this is the biggest one. What is consistently the highest valued agricultural commodity in California? Which is where we are now. And the reason I brought it up is because we're at Harris Ranch. And they have killed it. They came from Texas. We love the mom and pop places, but they had killed it. I mean,
Speaking of killed it, did we drink that whole bottle of wine?
No.
Oh, okay.
Harris Ranch, and this is what they have in the room, believe it or not. They have almonds, because guess what? They grow almonds. And they have beef sticks because they have cattle.
They have cattle, and we don't have it here, but they also have, we were going to get some last night. They have olive oil.
They do have olive oil.
Which is pretty great.
We're going to grab it.
We love olive oil,
So how wonderful. I love it. With this family, they came from Texas, came over here, and they are just growing food like crazy.
Yep.
So anyway, the question is, I want to get it right.
By the way, California is, I want to say,
they grow a lot of food.
Mostly, the majority of California is agriculture. I mean, there's a lot, there's Simi Valley, not Simi, there's Silicon Valley and all those things. But when you drive through California, especially in this area, you go from let's say Agora Hills north. It's almost all agriculture. It's amazing. It's
No,
beautiful.
the middle part of California is lovely, and they grow a lot of food, a lot of crops, a lot of
Yep, Oxnard,
everything.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Agricultural commodities are huge in California.
So, what is consistently the most successful, or the export, or
So, because we're at Harris Ranch, I thought this was a good question, and I'm going to get it exactly right, and I'll tell you why. So, what is consistently California's highest valued agricultural commodity?
that's a tough question.
Well, it's not, because if you pull it up, you're going to get it.
Don't do that.
No, they're going to, and they should. Then you've learned what California produces. I mean, they produce a lot of food, a lot of agricultural commodities.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you ever saw Collier and Company, we did a car chase through an orange grove in Santa Paula,
Right.
near Piru. I think it's Santa. It's not Santa Paula. It's something.
Right. But the reason I wanted to be very clear about that, because there's sort of like a commodity that's in general that encompasses a few things, and that's what I'm talking
Is it
about.
a surprise?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. But then you go to the level of a single agricultural item. We're not doing the single. I thought about it, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do what is consistently, I'm going to get this right, California's highest valued agricultural commodity. And it generates 8.6 billion a year.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think people are going to be surprised to find out that California is so agriculture is such a huge part of California.
The middle part of California, that's it. It's a lot.
California kind of falls prey to, like New York falls prey to, everybody thinks New York is Manhattan.
Try Illinois, same thing.
That's a whole other thing. Yeah, it's not all Chicago. Once you're out of Chicago, you are out of Chicago. And you're into, guess what? Agriculture. So the people, next time you see, of course, law enforcement, firefighters, or military, of course, thank them for their service. But next time you see a farmer, thank them for your survival. Farmers are really, truly what makes this world go round.
And it's hard work.
Okay, yep. And then, of course, if you are in an area where you happen to run into an oil driller somewhere, thank them also. Because we pulled in here last night, and it's, you're in California. I have never seen so many charging stations. And here they all say Tesla, which I think means...
we love Tesla.
Yeah, we love Elon. I think what that means is that, kind of like when you put in a cell tower, I think Tesla put in the charging stations and pays rent on the land. I think that's how it works with a cell tower. But here's the thing. There's, my God, if there's one, there's 100 of them out there. I didn't see anybody charging a car anywhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere. I didn't see one car plugged in. And I used to drive a Volt because I wanted to see what an electric is, actually a hybrid. I wanted to see what that was about.
I can't believe you did that.
Oh, it was a great car. It was a great car because at that point I thought gas was Chevy.
No,
I'm
a Ford.
I thought that, well, they make something that's that.
No.
I thought, yes, they do.
But not for
I thought that gasoline was ridiculously overpriced when it hit $3 in California. Actually, when it hit $2.20 in California, that was a while ago. But so I didn't revolt. I was just thinking, I'm tired of paying all this, so I got a Volt. I did a movie, and one of the production assistants drove a Volt. So I tried that, and it was great. But point being, there was nobody out there. Second point being, do people really think, this is a real question, do people really think the power to charge their electric vehicles, if there's 100 stations out there and there was 100 cars out there, where do they think that electricity is coming from? That little box? Well, how does it get to that little box? What's on the other end of the extension cord when you plug your electric vehicle into one of those charging stations?
Ask Jet Clampett.
It's all.
It's all.
It's all. There's not a wind turbine somewhere out there that's, maybe.
Oh, yeah, wind's really
maybe, well, Texas learned that. Maybe those things contribute a measurable amount to the grid. But the lion's share of that is absolutely oil. So there's a big diesel generator somewhere that's feeding those things. Um, and that's not your fault. If you think that, it's not your fault. That's what that machine wanted you to think. That if you just get an electric vehicle and you plug it in here, and we almost had a mandate, like with the vaccine, we almost had a mandate from our federal government when Biden was in charge that you had to get rid of your gas guzzler. How about no? And yeah, so there's just think it through, think it all the way through. We actually just watched.
We have very little time left. I just want to let you know because I was trying to. We have maybe 2 minutes.
We've got 10 minutes. No, we got 10 minutes.
We've got like 2 minutes. So what I want to say, and that was a couple minutes ago. We've only got about 2 minutes. So what I wanted to add is this is Valentine's week. Take care of your honey. Think about it because you guys, I know what you do. I've been at CVS laughing when the guys go through and they get those little crappy boxes of candy.
Hey.
Well, it is what it is.
Those heart-shaped candy boxes are great.
They're desperate. Oh, God, I forgot. It's Valentine's. I have to give my honey something or I'm in big trouble. So I've seen it like at CVS and I laugh because I looked at all that, the chocolates, the teddy bear, the...
Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart.
I'm not even going to listen. We're going to Vegas because we got married there. That's where we're celebrating Valentine's and we're going to have a ball. But my point to you all, think about your honey for Valentine's Day. It's this weekend. It's Valentine's week. It's right around the corner. And not only that, John is doing Valentine's messages. So if you're like, what in the heck?
I have to do two. I've got two I got to do right now.
What am I going to do? You could have John Schneider go to, where is it?
JohnSchneider.shop. JohnSchneider.shop.
And you can get a Valentine or a Galentine, or if it's the girls' night out.
Galentine.
Right. Yeah, see, he doesn't understand that when girls and they're not like with a guy or whatever, they do their own thing. And John could be your Galentine. He could be your Valentine. And I think that'd be lovely. So anyway,
it's fun.
Valentine's. Don't forget your honey on Valentine's. And if you're just hanging with the girls, Mr. Here can do a Galentine message for you. And it's really good. Just a good old gal.
Oh, God. Just a good old gal. She's never been no harm.
Gals are
sweeter than Tupelo honey. Okay.
Good.
All right. So, we also, I want to one other promotion here. Go to the App Store and get a hold of my app. Okay, we've been the app kind of sat dormant for a while, and we've been working on it feverishly, actually, for the last couple of weeks. The app is being improved, and it'll take you to this. The podcast will be on there, of course. It'll take you to the Facebook page. I'm trying to learn Instagram, but I don't know. When I put that request out there for people on Facebook to follow my Instagram page because I hear Instagram is so effective, I had a lot of pushback. I had a lot of people say, no, say, I'm not leaving Facebook. Facebook is great. I love Facebook. But I think that I've been told that branching out, I post on X, I post on Truth Social, I post on Facebook all the time. I think Facebook is supposed to go over to, I don't know how it works, but I am going to try to do more on Instagram. Day. But happy Valentine's Day. We hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day.
Thank you for your love.
And yes, and your support. Thanks for watching this. And go enjoy your life. Go enjoy stuff this week. There's great stuff going on out there.
Go find someone you love, and if you want a Valentine's message from this guy, let's do it.
Oh, that feels good. Sometimes all a guy needs is for someone to scratch his back. My foot is moving. I don't know if you can feel it or not, but my yeah. Oh, my foot. Oh.
Love you all.
This has been Drinks with Dee Dee
and John.
That's me. Love you.
Love you.
Mean it. You take care.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.